How about trying to get your kids in college? It could be a little crazier this year, and some of the changes that are being made. Pleasure to be talking with Dr. James Hurley once again, president of Tarleton State University. So what's this about college admissions, Dr. Hurley?
Well, good morning, Bill. Thanks for inviting me on. And
my pleasure.
It's as COVID has struck so many different businesses and organizations and entities in many ways, it certainly did not allow higher ed to have immunity from its wrath. And so I think what you're going to see is a lot of the standardized based admissions processes that occurred. And I say processes because before it was a multitude of things, but largely predicated upon a single ACT or SAT score. Bill, I really think those are days of the past. I do not think that institutions, including now our own Tarleton State, but you're seeing other Ivy League schools already starting to pull away from just one test score predicating whether a person gets accepted into an institution.
That is different, Dr. Hurley, and how you're reopening, and you're doing a better job in Texas. Our grandson was enrolled at Appalachian State this year, and got up there, and after about 3 weeks of sitting in his dorm room without having to go anywhere, came back home and said, I didn't sign up for this.
You're exactly right, Bill, and that's what's happened. Is think about the high school students, in particular this year's high school seniors. Last year's high school seniors, all of their P12 experience was under their belt. When most schools shut down across the country, it was sometime in March. So they only had a couple months of this virtual learning, and then they were kind of out into the college scene,
think of
et cetera. It's these juniors, sophomores, juniors, and seniors that have missed so much instruction. That's why a lot of states they're not even administering the ACT or SAT score, because we still have a lot of states where students are still virtually learning. They've not been in a classroom since last March, which is really scary.
It is.
Because I really believe that's put our students behind. And I'm a dad of four, Bill. You and I have talked about this before.
Yes, sir.
I have two teenage sons. My oldest son, Drew, is a junior, and he's starting to navigate the college admissions process. And it's very difficult for these students when they don't have an ACT or an SAT to even present.
We're talking to Dr. James Hurley, who is president of Tarleton State University in Texas. And how are you doing at Tarleton State and all your campuses, sir?
We're doing well. We've been, like you said, Texas has been much more aggressive. We've probably at Tarleton State been one of the most aggressive institutions. Last year, for example, in August, we were one of the only institutions in the country that had face-to-face commencement, where we allowed faculty, staff, and parents to attend and watch their child or their student walk across the stage. And we felt like that was very important. Now, we did it very differently. We had it outdoors at our football stadium. I think we had 6 or 7 ceremonies. That way everyone felt safe. We distanced the kids, et cetera. But at the end of the day, we celebrated their success. And we've been doing that all summer. Last year, we've done it all year. This year, now, it's been different. We've minimized the numbers. We've had multiple sessions, but we've still had face-to-face classes. We've still had face-to-face labs, albeit, following CDC guidelines, but we continue to push on. And we had a record enrollment, and it looks like that we're going to have another record enrollment this year. And I think a lot of it is because of what your grandson, I couldn't remember if it's your son or grandson experience.
Yes, sir.
They want that they don't come to Tarleton for an online experience. They come to Tarleton to encounter college and also encounter bumps in the road, Bill. I mean, that's part of the college process, right, is to teach these kids our students how to navigate bumps in the road, et cetera. You can't do that online.
And Texas and Florida both are proving, Dr. Hurley, that this herd immunity is working, because their numbers are falling. In states that have these lockdowns, their numbers are increasing, or at least staying the same.
Yeah, no, our numbers are certainly decreasing significantly. They have decreased significantly here in Erath County. That's the home base of Tarleton State University, our county. And so I do think eradication through vaccination is working. But at the end of the day, we still have to push on and have life and open businesses and open schools and move on.
Dr. Hurley, thanks for being with us. Keep up the great work out there, sir.
Thanks, Bill. Have a great day.